off some and humidity lowered a little bit, but here's a live view overlooking Lake Fairview. It's quiet and dry out there this morning. We're just going to be watching out for any sort of patchy dense fog that may try to form, especially near the I-75 corridor. The one spot that did see the rain yesterday, a good amount of it too. 73 degrees right now out at Lake Fairview. We've got a nice light breeze as well. And when it comes to the radar this morning, we're looking dry, not seeing any sort of problems in terms of morning showers and thunderstorms. We're going to be in good shape through much of the morning, it appears, as we head throughout the morning hours and even through a lot of the afternoon. So here's the latest when it comes to future clouds and radar, which I will say yesterday, it didn't have the best grasp on the timing of some showers and storms. There were a few more across, say, the Orlando area into Orange and Lake County. That being said, it does look like it's going to be a pretty dry day, maybe a couple of hit and miss downpours. You'll notice these forming, especially near along the coast, but even with that being said, they're going to be pretty few and far between. We'll continue to watch out for any sort of these downpours trying to get going and moving their way inland. You'll notice that we have that east coast wind, that onshore wind, so that sea breeze moving inland. It's going to stay pretty far west, so it's going to stay pinned near the west coast of Florida, so near the Gulf Coast. You'll notice as well as we get closer towards, say, 9, 10 o'clock, we could see a few more showers still lingering across the area, but aside from that, I'm honestly not too terribly impressed with the rain chances today. So only about a 10 to 20% chance. Temperatures will be hot though. We are going to be seeing a pretty seasonable day. Our normal high is 89. We'll make it to 90 today. We're looking at around 87 degrees by noon today before we reach that high of 90 in Orlando. So it's going to be one of the toastier days out there. Once again, we did make it to 91 yesterday. So it's going to be a day similar to like what it felt like yesterday. 89 in Bithlo, to St. Cloud and Sanford, DeLand, 86 Daytona Beach, 85 in New Smyrna, and 88 in Titusville, 92 your high today in Leesburg, the Villages, and Bushel. And again, we could see a little bit of patchy fog, especially in the Marion County area to say Gainesville. But aside from that, we should be in pretty good shape for this morning. No major issues to report. So when it comes to a live view out at the beaches, pretty good day for the beaches. That being said, we still have a high risk of dangerous rip currents. So just make sure you're adjusting your plans accordingly. And again, we could see a rogue shower or two, but if you're maybe wanting to head out to the beaches to maybe catch the sunrise, it's going to be a good morning for it. We'll go from 75 by 5 to 74 by 8 and then up to 86 by the noon hour. And once that east coast wind, that sea breeze really kicks in, that'll help to keep a lid on our temperatures from warming up very much from that 86 degree temperature by midday. But aside from the rip current risk, things are looking pretty nice out there. And as we look ahead towards the next couple of days through almost the end of the work week, we'll see these daily rounds of showers and a couple of thunderstorms, only a 20 and 30% chance of rain. Very seasonable. And this is going to be kind of the gradual shift over to what appears to be the rainy season pattern as we look ahead towards the rest of this week. At least a little bit of a gradual change towards that. Maybe not quite as heavy and widespread as what we can see during the true rainy season, but we typically see the rainy season start right around mid to late May. So that's essentially what's taking place here. Looking at your 7-day forecast, starting to feel a lot more like summer. We'll start to see those humidity levels pick morning. So if you're watching from some of our Fox 51 viewers, that's where we are seeing some of that patchy fog this morning. Again, this is I-75, a pretty major and popular thoroughfare for many people, but just a little reminder for you out there. Otherwise, here at home in the Orlando area, out at Lake Fairview, we can see that things are nice, quiet, and dry. We're looking good this morning, not seeing any sort of fog out there, 73 degrees, so it's definitely a more mild start to our day. We're seeing temperatures even in the 60s for a handful of spots. We'll take it. 68 right now in DeLand, 66 in Palm Coast, 69 in the Villages. We're at 71 at MCO in Orlando, 74 in Titusville, 78 in Melbourne, and 79 in Cocoa Beach. So that's definitely the warm spot on the map, to say the least. When it comes to getting out the door, though, on this Monday morning, we're looking mild and overall pleasant. We'll go from 71 by 5 to 72 by 7 and 78 degrees by the 9 o'clock hour. So we are going to be seeing a couple of clouds overhead at times, but we are also tracking some rain. Only a couple of spotty showers in the forecast for today. Very few and far between. That's some good news if you are going to be outside today. But coming up, I'll talk more on when we have higher chances of some of these daily downpours on the way. That's going to be coming up here in just a couple of minutes. Stephanie?